Welcome back. Thanks again for joining us. Now listen to this. Traffic fines in the Western Cape have increased by up to 300%. That means the amount charged for a traffic violation has gone up that much. Now this was after the Provincial Minister of Transport and Public Works in the Western Cape approved the new laws for license holders so that motorists who violate the road rules or drive recklessly will see themselves paying a hefty fine for their actions, and therefore hopefully reducing the number of accidents on our road. Well, it's an ongoing struggle. To chat to us about this more, we're joined by Lizette Erasmus. She is the head of insurance services at Integrisure. Lizette, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Morning, thank you.
There have been a number of initiatives to try and curb road fatalities and accidents and collisions on the road. The question is, peaking the amount charged per traffic violation by 300%. Will it work? Will it deter errant motorists?
Well, actually, I think we should look at where we're at in South Africa. Now, South Africa has been rated the worst out of 36 countries in terms of road fatalities. Now, this research was done by the International Transportation Forum during 2013. Now, I'm sure you will agree with me, taking into consideration that statistics, that we should applaud the Western Cape for taking an initiative to try and actually limit the carnage on our roads. You know, and very often when we think of a motor vehicle accident, we think of the damage to the vehicle. And we very often forget about the medical expenses incurred due to injuries, maybe permanent disability or even death. And this amounts to hundreds of millions of rands each year. And there's been a lot of publications estimating what the exact amount is. And some have mentioned an amount up to 5% of the GDP.
It's extremely important because it does cost the country as well a lot. And every year we have these initiatives where we try to curb road death. So I think any initiative will do. It takes, as much as we can get to try and get the message across. But I want to know what the insurance industry is now doing in terms of promoting road safety.
I don't think we are doing nearly enough. There's much more. There's always room for improvement from private sector and the insurance industry. Taking into consideration that currently only 1 out of every 3 vehicles on our roads are insured. So the next time you sit in traffic, actually just have a look around you and realize how many vehicles are not insured. So very often insurers do share information regarding statistics, accident information, but very often only with policyholders, and it doesn't get to the general public. In terms of rewarding good behaviour, there are various initiatives by insurers in the forms of a no-claim bonus, an out bonus, or rewarding the client in terms of a money-back reward or a reduced excess or premium. So that's from our side, but we need to get our roads safer.
How will this new law impact insurance industry from a claim perspective?
Research has shown that just the mere presence of a law enforcement officer has a direct impact on driver behaviour, and we hope that this is going to be the same in our country. Taking into consideration that 70% of all claims being paid out in our country currently are related to motor vehicle losses. So we hope that with this initiative, it will be rolled out to the rest of the country and we can reduce accidents. As soon as this happens, insurers will be able to review their rates and offer more affordable insurance, and hopefully changing that figure that only 1 out of every 3 vehicles are insured in our country.
I couldn't agree with you more, and lowering rates is something that we all could look forward to.
Absolutely.
Especially since you were giving me some figures off air as to exactly how much road accidents cost the insurance industry. It's something to the tune of 70% of all claims?
That's absolutely. Yeah. So we do need to reduce the number of accidents, and it has a direct impact on our economy. Our income is being affected, our whole economy is affected by it, and we definitely do need to to reduce the number of accidents on our roads.
I couldn't agree with you more. Thank you so much for your time. So the next time you're traveling in the Western Cape, just remember that whatever you do to violate traffic laws, for example, skipping a red robot or going over a stop sign without stopping, you're just yielding maybe or slowing down a little bit, that could cost you 300% more than it used to perhaps this time last year. So I hope that will be a deterrent to make sure that you and I drive safely. We know South Africa has become a bit of a nanny state, but it's important to try and save lives on the road. So Lizette Erasmus, thank you so much for having joined us, the head of insurance services at Integrisure. Quick ad break.